My name's Bradley. This is my first ever video, speaking to camera. The purpose of the video, and moreover the channel, is my weight loss journey. Now this is obviously very boring for a lot of people, and mainly this is for my own, to keep myself accountable, so it's something to look back at. So yeah, basically the background of it is it's now January 2021, and we are now nearly a year into the lockdown and restrictions. Over that time, mostly working from home, eating too much rubbish, drinking a wee bit. So what I had planned to do was, like everybody, January, you start losing weight January. What did happen, however, a couple minutes into the year, 2020 being a terrible year, as most people would agree with, a couple of minutes into, I'm talking about 4 or 5 minutes past midnight on New Year's Day, I slipped and fell on the rug at home, and I think bruised my ribs. Not sure, didn't go to the hospital, but spent about 3 weeks in quite a lot of pain. Eventually it did go away. So at that point then I was thinking about starting the weight loss journey and how I was going to do it, and I had an idea. So what I did, and I'll go into the plan a bit later in the video, is I set myself a plan and I weighed myself. And when I weighed myself, I thought it was my phone number. In fact, it was my weight. So after the weight stopped screaming at me, it told me that I was 20 stone and a quarter. No, sorry, 20 stone and 3/4 of a pound, which is about 280 pounds. Yeah. So, quite a shock. But my plan was, and you can see now I've got a bit of stubble. At the time, this was last Wednesday, so 8 days ago, my plan was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave off my beard. And before, I had a big beard, big fluffy ginger beard, which I love having. I hate not having a beard. What I planned to do was shave it all off. Now, it wasn't clean shaven, I just did it with a razor low, so there's about a week's growth. And what I was going to do is set myself a goal and mini goals in between. So best start off with the main goal. Main goal being, I want to lose 5 stone in 8 months. So by October time, I want to be down to 15 stone. What I'm going to do is each month I will set myself a target weight to be at, and if I don't reach that target, I then have to do a forfeit. This decided and held accountable by my best friend, who is thoroughly involved and obviously wants to help me lose the weight. So the first month is, by the 20th of February, I have to lose a stone. And if I don't, I then have to shave again and go back to this look. Now, the beard before helped hide this 3rd and 4th and 5th chin. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping my beard grows as quickly as possible to hide this, but so therefore that's why the forfeit is quite a good one. The second month's one may be something different. I do imagine I'm going to hit the first one, so there I won't have to shave. The second month may be again, I have to shave again, and then that'll be a bigger setback. But I'll see how it goes and I'll keep track of it. The first week update is I'm down to 19 stone and 6 1/4 pounds. So I think that's 8.5 pounds in the first 7 days, which isn't bad, I suppose. The first week usually can be quite drastic in terms of weight loss, and then it will slow down. I do anticipate that happening, but I think I've done pretty well. How I've done it is obviously with not very much exercise in the last 30 years of my 30 years existence. I don't really want to start too drastically on the exercise, so what I've been doing is quite a lot of walking, and on the diet side, cut out all the crap for the start. I know I'm going to have to start sort of introduce a bit more back into it, otherwise you know you'll just relapse into eating crap. But the main thing I'm doing, and I have done in the past, and has always worked out for me, but for the reason why I'm doing the monthly targets is I tend to just forget that I'm losing weight and just wake up one day and go back to the old ways and don't even realise that that's what I've done, and then a couple months down the line I've put on all the weight I'd lost and I'm like, flip, what happened there? Especially in the middle of what we're going through at the minute, when time seems to be going quite quickly. So I'm going back to what I did before and has worked for me, and hopefully the targets that I've set will keep me focused on it, although at the same time I don't want to get too obsessed, and that can also lead to you just giving up, thinking it's too hard or it's too long of a journey. So stop rambling. Intermittent fasting. Some people love it, some people think it's a fad, some people think it's detrimental. Personally, I love it. When I am doing it, I find it easier than just normal eating. You spend less time thinking about food, preparing food. What also it stops you snacking. You might late at night think, oh, I'll just have a square of chocolate here now. You know, it's only a square of chocolate, but if you're strict with your fasting, you just can't have it. You know, it's not even it's this, it's that, it's only what's that, 10 calories or something? No, you just don't have it, and it's very easy to just say, no, you can't have it. And just have a lot of water, and it does force you as well to drink more water, which makes you feel better too. Yes, so intermittent fasting, it's also kind of not the right name for it. It's more like a time restricted feeding, I think they call it, but most people would call it intermittent fasting. The way I do it, because I have done it a lot of times before, is I do it 6 hours eating window and 18 hours non-eating. What I tend to do, and sometimes it can be flexible depending on the circumstances. Nowadays it's just the same every day, but I can change it up. My preferred method would be start at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, have your first meal then, have a smaller meal at 3:30, possibly just a snack, and then the final meal between 6 and 7, but not after 7. In between 7 and 1 o'clock then I will only have water. I don't recommend, if anybody does see this, I don't recommend that you just go and do a fast. I recommend that you speak to a doctor and or do a lot of research into it, and start off slow. I've just jumped straight back into the 6-18 because, as I said, I have done it on and off over the years, and that's the one I'm happiest with and find the best results with, paired up with a bit more exercise, i.e. the walking, is why I've seen the results I have at the minute. They're not astronomical, but they are good. What I'm planning to do long term, after the first month, I'm hoping to lose a good bit of weight, build up some sort of leg strength, and the joints, I don't want to go hard on them immediately. And then the second month start introducing some sort of outside jogging and stuff, and the gyms are closed, so there's not much I can do really aside from hitting the road. So yeah, that's it. Bye.